Start off. And now let me get to my topic so that we keep on this sharing. But colleagues, it is great to share like this, to meet like this after given time in our work as professionals, because iron sharpens iron. You can't be here today, you will be there tomorrow. Reversed roles in life, but most important, soldiering on as professionals. Some issues, Mr. Chair Kesha, our deputies can only discuss when they are like this. When they discuss them when they are not like this, inakuwa rumors. Karibu. So, the County Director TSC was asked to talk on the role of TIMEC in teacher management. The role of TIMEC in teacher management. So, the Kesha Chair, all the executive, the MOE officers here, other officers from other offices, including TSC if they'll be around, deputy principals, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. The theme of this year's Deputy Principals Conference, being Future Pathways for Learners and Learning in Kenya, marries well with the TIMEC in teacher management. When we talk of TIMEC, we are talking of teacher induction, mentorship, and coaching. Teacher induction, mentorship, and coaching that will go a long way in serving our learners, who are the key clients here, in finding their pathways as they continue pursuing their education at senior secondary in the CBC curriculum going forward, where our roles as deputies is key. The deputy principal of institutions today need the following, among others. Number one, self-care. Self-care. And self-care will help all of us guard mental illness. Other issues on that will be discussed later and you'll see it coming. Number two, the deputies whom we are today need a lot of wisdom, and the wisdom will help us in decision making, day in, day out. Number three, we as deputies need restraint, and restraint will really come in handy in assisting us in taking actions. We restrain ourselves in our institutions and our places of work. Number four, focus. And this focus will help us in administration. We need also empathy that will help us understand the students more and the parents and other stakeholders. Another one is knowledge on content and policies. And that one is very key. Let's make a mark of it somewhere. Knowledge on content and policies. Because we are fast teachers, as our chair said, and policies are what we use to guide us in our working, so that we don't work as teachers for many years and mess up not taking cognizance of policy. Then now number 7 is TIMEC, and here we are just expressing or using skills in our profession and documenting these skills to help others also grow. Mr. Chair, as you rightfully mentioned, Some of the deputies here have been principals. Some will be. And most important, your position is substantive. So if your position is substantive, then it goes with a lot of things. Other skills in performance of our duties as deputies are in our appointment letters, but there's a major rider, which I'm not going to because the quality will talk of those responsibilities, but there's a rider of other duties assigned to them. In your letter of appointment, ladies and gentlemen, you don't find yourself given a responsibility of taking minutes in BOM meetings. You don't find yourself given a responsibility of taking minutes in staff meeting. Why am I mentioning those two? We do them. And that brings us to the aspect of communication and writing skills. As a deputy, whether you are a teacher of science or double PE, you must continuously develop your skills of communication and writing. Let us all know that. Let us all know what to write and what not to write. And let us know our positions well. And as we usually communicate to various stakeholders, you know, you take care of the one. Like now I'm communicating to all these esteemed ladies and gentlemen. I should take care of my ones before they get out. Once it is out, sometimes retrieving it back may be a challenge. But if you find yourself in that mess, then you should come up with that wisdom to correct it there and then and very fast, and even admit that it was wrong, rather than feeling shy and letting it build. Then later on when it comes, wazungu wanasema when the chicks come to, then now there you are and you keep regretting. So colleagues, TIMEC should help deputy principals manage new teachers well, because we share with them more than others. TIMEC should equally help us manage transition. Many of us have been deputies and managed transitions. TIMEC should help us there. And even yourself, as you even transit now to be principal, even transit to acting as principal for maybe 6 months, 1 year, etc. And that acting will help you in other promotions going forward. TIMEC should be of help there. TIMEC should help us mitigate discipline, and there'll be a wide talk on matters discipline. But actually, from the design of TIMEC as a policy, its major focus is to mitigate discipline of teachers. TIMEC should also help us enhance curriculum supervision. And TIMEC should also help us as deputies prepare well to be principals, chief principals, and even senior chief, as our chairs continue urging at other levels. So who are the target? It is clear, and you see it in your schools. The newly recruited teachers. Sometimes the boards recruit teachers on transfer, and we keep getting them. Teachers from discipline. Newly promoted or appointed teachers to other job groups or other scales. And remember, the chair mentioned here that when you come for your conferences, they are packed. When they go for theirs, it is more packed. Why? Because to he whom more is given, more is expected. The deputy principals also need TIMEC. For example, for the two I mentioned, I'm sure, sir, you got the other one. Or who got who? Who got who where? Those principles of Ngere boys. Who got who? Huyu alikupata? Kwa sababu huyu mimi ndio nisign barua yake, sasa najua huyu alikupata. Na mimi yako sikusign. So you see? And also principles. When you become principal and you think you are now a jack of all trades, or you are now umeomoka, my friend, you fall with a tag. If you become a lone ranger. Our vice chair here needs TIMEC now that we have moved her from her former school to the complex. And when you mention it, dear chair, that it is a complex, then see the complexities of the complex. Good. So we continue. This TIMEC policy, colleagues, is in our website for the commission, which means it has a structure, it has tools of implementation that are in our schools, it has a program, and it has a reporting formula. Where we have reached is the stage of operationalization. So in all our schools in Kisumu County, it should be operating and giving us results at various levels. Are we clear on that? We are so quiet that it is scary. Aya. So I want to make you laugh a bit. Just listen to those queries and don't answer me. Number one, who does the donkey work in the school? Who is hated more by everybody in the school? Who can easily fall victim of incitement and insubordination in a school? Who is always in school? Who interacts most with the parents in a school? Who is majorly an MC in most or all school functions? And therefore, TIMEC will give you answers to those queries at various levels in consultation and the rest. In this, as we all know, and it is in our schools, we have the mentors and the mentees. And the rider here is that care be taken in account in picking the mentors. When we pick the wrong mentors, then things go haywire. Think we are correcting a thing, becomes worse. The chair talked of Walevi, hiyo enzi yako. Chair, do you think they were clear? They are still there with us. No. And they'll still be there with us. Hata Yesu akija atawapata tu. Wengine watasema sasa tumekuona, sisi utuache tu wewe uende. So the point I'm bringing up here is that professional eye in picking the mentor. Who should be a mentor to the mentee, to the new teacher, to one who has professional challenges, to one who needs to be assisted so that he or she fits well in that school calendar. I saw the deputy Maseno school. Where are you? The tall one like me. Where are you? Yes. Also at the back. These guys who sit at the back, watch them. Watch that space. Just be seated. Where is your other colleague? Yeah, good. Sawa. I'm just calling them because, for example, I gave you one teacher to mentor. I gave them to the other friends. And you know him very well. And from there, I think you have mentored him well, because for the last 5 months that I've been in Kisumu County, you guys have never reported anything on him. The last time I asked him when he was fixing the computer for me, he told me he's doing well. The last time I called the principal, he said, we are teaching him how to eat. They were teaching the gentleman how to eat. The gentleman delivers very well, lakini hapendi chakula. So you see, these things we are talking about are not fiction. And don't think they are only in your school. They are also there. Are we talking? Yes. Good. So, these sessions are destined to run 1 year, but can overlap. Or can even end in 6 months. The only area where we have small gaps is on reporting that needs to improve. That reporting depends with the system of the school. Some systems are very complex. In fact, purposely we took that gentleman there so that he can be in an environment where he does not greet the principal every morning. Because he thought he was a cock. So we took him to an environment where you may not meet him every morning. I see. And maybe you even idea sasa. Lakini without TIMEC, we angekuwa ni gallows ya discipline mara moja. Okay? So we are saying, in our schools, let's find some reporting mechanism on TIMEC because we have these tools. These tools will mention the issue being tackled, how it is being tackled, the sessions that are making it go through, and how it ends. Colleagues, allow me share an experience I had in Murang'a County, where I was deputy for like 2 years, 8 months, or 9, where a mentor and a mentee situation became an issue of discipline. And finally, when you come in, when anybody comes in for discipline, and this should also happen with our learners, when they can, even the parents, try to give them fair hearing. At that point of fair hearing, ndio watu wanafungua roho. Si ndio? Sasa a mentor, a mentee alifungua roho akasema, kusema kweli, huyu mentor wangu ndiye ameniweka kwa masaibu. Whereas the deputy and the principal of my school gave him to me to mentor me, lakini sasa yeye ndiye ameniweka kwa shida. And it worked so well, but when we had it, we were shocked even. And finally, huyu pia akasema kweli, na alimweka kwa shida bila ya kujua. So let this mentor-mentee relation just be professional. And let us just address the issue at hand. And let the mentor try to caution the mentee that maybe at some points do as I say, but not as I do. And it was just an issue of absenteeism, not very complex. But now it wasn't. You guys know our friends the other side and how they can be absent. You know what they can do and how they can. Yeah. So finally, we had to pardon all of them. And now take them up as the commission at county level to mentor them for some time. And so I handed them over. That's why handing over is never a one-day session. Handing over is here inafanyika kwa boardroom na inaishia hapo. Then chairman and other people take kuku, then teachers take sodas. Handing, taking over, now you get me. So colleagues, we know so well that the mentee is a person who is advised, trained, and counseled. And the mentor is an experienced and trusted advisor, a trainer. In many times, should be more senior or more vast in that idea being addressed than the mentee, such that this sharing can be of professional help. At the point of coaching, and some of you are very good coaches, colleagues, you know now you come to develop the skills, the experiences, and the support. So let teachers in our schools undergo TIMEC at various levels to embrace professionalism. Let the attitude of teachers towards TIMEC be positive. It's all about attitude. Even as we were coming up here, some people might have said, you really wanted Dr. Marigan, not this black tall guy. No way. But this black tall guy can still relay the message you wanted so perfectly, even on his knees. Better than you would have done. But do I say? Aye. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot talk on TIMEC without mentioning promotions, exits or retirements, the scales of the deputies, etc. Besides saying earlier that the position is substantive.